Hey programmers, welcome to your 13th Java tutorial. Today we're going to be doing something pretty cool. We're going to be procedurally generating 99 bottles of beer on the wall, which is a famous nursery rhyme, I'm sure you all know it. So the way 99 bottles of beer on the wall goes is it says 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer, take one down, pass it around, 98 bottles of beer on the wall. And then we start with 98 and we go all the way down to one bottle of beer on the wall, one bottle of beer, take one down, pass it around, no bottles of beer on the wall. So to procedurally generate this song, we're going to use our trusty friend, the while loop, which if we remember the while loops tutorial, repeats a section of code until an expression is no longer true. In this case, we're using while bottles is greater than 0. So we can start this program by saying that we have 99 bottles by making a variable which is an integer. We'll call that bottles and we'll make that equal to 99. And then we're going to make a string and it's going to be called word, and we'll initialize that to bottles, because at the end of our program, we're going to be up to the point where we have one bottle left, not one bottles, so we're going to need to be able to switch between bottles and bottle in our program. And you can see that we do this later on, but I'll talk about that later. Then we're going to get into our while loop, and we're going to say, while we have more than 0 bottles, we're going to start a new verse by printing out new verse, and then we're going to say 99, then a space, bottles, then a space of beer on the wall, and that's the first line. And then we're going to say 99 space bottles space of beer, take one down, pass it around, and we're going to simulate that by taking one away from bottles. Bottles minus minus is actually the same as saying bottles equals bottles minus 1, but it's just a shorthand version, and you'll see a lot of that in future code. And now that we've taken one away from bottles, we're going to need to check if bottles equals 1, because if it does, we're going to have to start referring to it as one bottle rather than one bottles. And then we check if bottles equals 0, because if bottles equaled 1 on the last loop, we're going to have to change the word back to bottles, because now we're talking about 0 bottles again. And now once we've done that check, we're going to print out 99 space bottles space of beer on the wall. Now just to demonstrate what I mean by these if statements, just imagine that bottles now equals 2. We've got 2 bottles left. So we'll say new verse, 2 space bottles space of beer on the wall, 2 bottles of beer, take one down and pass it around. Now we're going to take one away. So we do have 1 bottles. So we're going to change the word to bottle. And we're going to check if bottles equals 0. Well, it doesn't. So then we're going to say 1 space bottle of beer on the wall. We're going to go all the way back up. New verse, 1 bottle of beer on the wall, 1 bottle of beer. Take one down and pass it around. Bottles minus minus, so bottles now equals 0. This if statement evaluates to false, so we don't do that. But this one evaluates to true, so we change the word back to bottles again. And then we say 0 bottles of beer on the wall. So that's how you procedurally generate 99 bottles of beer on the wall. Make sure you tell your grandma that you know how to procedurally generate this code. I'm sure she'll be really impressed. And also make sure you check out the description where I'll be posting some challenges for you to do. And post those solutions in the comments so other people can see them as well. And I'll see you in the next tutorial.